Hey Spuddies, Potato McWhiskey here, and welcome to a challenge map that was given out by the developers. Now the goal is to win the game and win it as fast as possible, but as you can probably tell, there's a few issues blocking us from the win, most notably Korea. Now our big problem is Korea has already launched the exoplanet expedition. So we probably have to kill Korea, or at the very least, get rid of her spaceports. We, on the other hand, are actually very, very close to a culture victory, which is our only real saving grace, and we have a relatively sizable army here with things like bombers sitting on this, and a couple of submarines and a few tanks ready to move up as well. So I think the big thing we need to do is to really get going on the win condition here. I don't think we're going to win through a science victory. I think our best chance to win is through culture. So I'm not going to launch any more spaceports, and I'm immediately going to go ahead and set my technology to work on global warming initiative. I am in the corporate libertarianism government, which gives me a minus 10% science and a boost of 10% production in cities with commercial hubs and encampments, and I also get more strategic resources. The minus 10% science is pretty painful, but it's not too bad. We have a relatively good government that's pumping out a decent amount of tourism, and I think we're going to have to retool this government a little bit. Our main goal should be to actually get trade routes with every player in the game. And right now we do in fact have those trade routes with everyone, with the exception of Spain. So getting a trade route with Spain would be really, really good. And I'm going to start sending, using my faith, I'm going to send a ton of rock bands, but I am going to wait a turn, just one turn, so I can buy a new government and switch in the Hallyu card before I start purchasing those rock bands and sending them over here to start generating extra tourism, because the Khmer actually has the card that blocks rock bands plugged in. So I won't be able to get culture from Khmer, even though that's who I would really like to get it from because they're currently the culture leader in the game. So I think using spies and stuff like that is going to be our main objective. Now we do have 2 spies inside the Korean mainland already, and I think I'm going to use this spy right here to try to get rid of this spaceport, and then I'll use this spy right here to gain sources so that we can more effectively do our missions. Tech-wise, I think I immediately begin researching stealth technology. Jet bombers are going to be hugely useful. I have 2 nuclear bombs in my arsenal, and I also have a little bit of a foothold over here in America. And mostly what I'm going to be doing with this is pretty much sitting pretty. I may eventually have to go to war with America because I'm going to declare war on Korea. Now the big thing I want to do is, can I get friendships with a few of the AI? I got a friendship with the... Okay, so no one wants to be friends with me just yet, which is unfortunate. So I think I'm immediately going to begin work on the Ferris wheel because that's worth +2 tourism. And I have a ton of units kind of just scattered around the world. Like I have some battleships over here who are on their way. I would really like to capture Gwangju maybe, or one of Korea's coastal cities to be able to upgrade these guys to missile cruisers. And I'll probably have to do a lot of pillaging also on their harbors and stuff like that to pick up some cash. So I'm going to send these destroyers and battleships to my own territory to get upgraded, and then I'll swing them up north. This submarine fleet will be useful next turn to be able to start pillaging and stuff like that, as will this aircraft carrier. I'm going to try to get friendships before I declare war on Korea. I have the option of potentially picking up the Eiffel Tower, and I think if I was to do that, I would do it in one of my cities with high production. I think my capital is a good candidate because that could potentially give me the appeal I need to start laying down some of those coastal things, the seaside resorts, to get a little bit of extra tourism pressure. So let's get to work on an Eiffel Tower here in Newcastle. I don't need that airport. We'll get the Eiffel Tower. There is a little bit of tourism to be had in Perth if I go for the Aquatic Centre, but it's only +2 from St. Basil's. So instead, what I'm going to do is kind of review my artifact situation. I'm missing some artifacts. That means I must have somewhere on the map some archaeologists. Oh, it looks like my archaeologist was maybe killed, which is unfortunate because I would like to have these themed a little bit. Newcastle has a ton of great works, and I believe Pingala has the curator promotion, which is perfect. So instead, I think in Perth, I'm going to go ahead and start getting some builders to be able to start retooling my coastline for the seaside resorts and the extra tourism. I'd also like to find the seastead improvement and start spamming those out too. And I think Canberra is also a good place to start spamming out builders in order to make seasteads. Now, I absolutely cannot use my nuclear bombs as much as I want to, because that until I have like friendships and alliances with everyone on the map, because that will immediately trigger a nuclear emergency, and then the whole world will basically declare war on me, ruining my tourism per turn. So if I use it, it'll make my life significantly harder. So I have to try and avoid doing that. Well, that's it for the first turn. Okay, Korea declared war on me, as did America, which is actually perfect. Because now they declared war on me and they get the grievances. It sucks in some sense, but now I'm also getting the 100% production per turn, which is exactly what we want to be getting as Australia. Korea is also at war with the Khmer, which is the best I could hope for. And I also have to watch out for these giant death robots. I don't think I can kill them. I think I just have to avoid them. And what we're looking for here is to get as many pillages on Korean territory as possible. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to use an air attack to start killing some of these spaceports that we can't reach otherwise. So like that spaceport right there. Wait, what was that? I misclicked on the giant death robot. That's some BS. Hold on. I totally clicked. 100% chance I clicked on that spaceport and not the giant death robot. That was a bit odd there. Oh, I know what happened. I see. The giant death robot has an AoE AA attack. Okay. Yeah. I'm going to reload because this is a challenge map, so I don't mind reloading for a challenge map for things like that. Do I need this aircraft carrier? It's probably not a bad idea to get one, but I'd probably be better served by building some other kind of military unit. Okay, I forgot about the AoE attack of the giant death robot. So I'm going to kind of like scooch my bombers over here. I'm going to use you to recruit partisans with 90% success rate, because you can do it in a single turn. Boom. That will give me the vision of this spaceport that I can then bomb like this. So that spaceport is bombed. Korea won't be able to get much more light speed. I'll pop in here. I'll pillage this for faith. I'll come into my government. I'll realize that I actually don't have enough gold for this. So I think we can talk to Shaka. Shaka, is there anything you'd like to buy? So Shaka would buy this. How much would you pay for this? So you'd probably pay like 200 and, I don't know, 30 gold maybe? 205 gold. Well, that gets me, I think, just over the line to retool my government. I think I can live without sports media. So I'm going to unlock this government. I don't need integrated space cell. Forced modernization is useful. Colonial taxes is fine. Cryptography is cool because it allows me to be more effective with my spies. I think I like the idea of taking logistics here at the very least to give me that +1 movement. And then plugging in Machiavellianism would be superb. I love colonial taxes and I love cryptography, and I can't really lose any of these. I think I can take out liberalism, and instead I will plug in Machiavellianism, which will let me get my spies faster and let me use them faster and let them be more effective. And so there's that. I am using my UI mod setup because it's compatible with save files. So there's my government change. Mostly just a switch out of Machiavellianism and logistics. Nothing else really fit there as far as I could tell. With regards to getting tourism, we have all the... Oh, I meant to plug in Hallyu! Shoot. Well, I've already made that mistake, so we commit to the mistake. Let's start mass purchasing rock bands to send over to Shaka or someone. So we just got a rake of rock bands, and then we can start retooling our coastline for the Eiffel Tower that's coming. Another great rider, not that I care really because I have nowhere to put them. We've got more spies. Let's send one spy over to Gwangju so that we could potentially disrupt rocketry there. We'll get another spy because we can build them really cheaply, and we're continuing to get builders. The big advantage we have right now is that we have the Crystal Redentor, which is doubling the tourism from our seaside resorts, and the potential to get extra tourism from the seastead here for reefs. So if I go into the search function here and I look up reef, oh, is there no one culture and tourism for every adjacent reef? Huh, do I not have reefs? I thought I would have reefs here. Well, that's unfortunate. That's really unfortunate. I can retool a few of the tiles around here for culture, actually. So I will do that. I can harvest and improve this national park for a little bit of extra culture. And there's also the cattle tile here that I can turn into a seaside resort, and then potentially one or two of these coastal tiles may be able to be turned into yeah, there's a good chance we can turn things over here into seaside resorts as well, which will be helpful. So I'm really curious to see what that giant death robot does. I'm going to try and get out of vision range of it and try to play it safe. And we're also going to try to steal tech, because every little chunk of tech we can steal saves me a little bit of time and energy. Doing a little bit of trading with the AI to see how much money I can get off of them. I have an abundance of strategic resources. Arabia will give me 700 gold for 19 coal, which is fantastic because that means I can come down here and upgrade these battleship armadas next turn. Zulu will give me 400 gold for 21 coal. Are there any of these great people? I really want those musicians. It might be worth it to also do musician projects. A little bit of extra tourism from those great works of music could actually be a big deal for me. All right, Arabia wants to be friends. That's really, really good. The real question is, what does our alliance situation look like? Is there anyone we have like a strong built-up alliance with? All of our alliances look like they're level 1, which is really not great because we would really, really like a level 2 alliance with someone so that we could get, basically steal their tourism. Culturally, we're going to win in 5 turns, and Korea is still traveling 2 light years per turn. Let's step in here. We'll step over here. Still guarding that spaceport, which I really don't like. So I'm going to position my submarine here to be able to pillage that next turn and hope that it doesn't get shot by that giant death robot. Because they are working on launching a space race project there. Man, I don't want to nuke it. I don't want to nuke it because that'll trigger in a nuclear emergency. I can ruin the city's infrastructure and maybe that will distract Korea from building the spaceport and just lower her yields overall. I don't know if that's going to work, but it's what I'm trying. All right, let's get all the rock bands into the water on their way on the journey because I can't get into... Oh, maybe Khmer would let me in, actually. Oh, they don't seem to have the card in this run. One of my other runs I tried. This is my second attempt. Let's grab ourselves as many productive tiles. Can we shave a turn off this? Probably not. Oh, well. Now, for tourism, our best bet is to get the aquatic center because that is worth a little bit of tourism. It's only 2, which isn't much. I would actually much rather build a neighborhood. And you know what? I am going to build a neighborhood because in 4 turns, I can go ahead and get a shopping mall. That'll give me a little bit of tourism. It will be powered, all that jazz. I've got a couple of extra aircraft carriers, which I don't know if I really have a use for those. Let's get 1 missile cruiser and then 2 missile cruisers. How do I get tourism in Melbourne? I could go for warlike stuff. Let's have a look. What great people have we personally captured? I'm not seeing anything here that gives tourism aside from trade routes. And I have no spare trade routes, unfortunately, and none of them coming spare for a long time. And most of my cities already have their trade route buildings built, as far as I can tell, which sucks because I'd love to be trading with Spain. The era is also ending in 1 turn, so that's going to make my life much harder. But if I can get a builder over here, I can get a little bit of tourism out of it. So I'll grab myself another builder and then I'll go for the neighborhood next turn. And that'll be a little bit of tourism optimization. I think I'm gonna need 2 to 3 builders in here to retool all this land for the tourism that I'd like to hit. So I'm gonna try to use the little trick that I know. I'm gonna have you do a listening post, and then the second guy, what I'm gonna try to do is have him steal a tech boost. Ah, okay, so it looks like they actually fixed that. There used to be a sneaky way that you could open the promotion table and do a mission at the same time. So I'll just have to sacrifice 1 turn of a mission. More builders, retooling the land, getting it ready. Now, I do believe the biosphere isn't in this version of the game for the save file they've given out, because I think it comes with synthetic materials or something, and it's not there, so I can't get tourism from generating renewable electricity as much as I would like for that to be the case. Definitely some potential here. Let's get another builder, because it's not just this cattle tile that I can redo. I should be able to redo both of these tiles to what I want as well, to seaside resorts. Culture-wise, 5 turns until I win. I doubt that's accurate. Somehow or another, I don't think I'm winning this game in 5 turns. All right, brilliant. They did get off another spaceport project, which I hate. I hate that they managed to do that, but I am still trading with the world. So they're going 50% faster now, but that's fine. I can coastally raid that, get science. I can regular pillage this, step over here, plunder that as well. So we're plundering her economy now. I'll run this builder away. Now the dream is that these bombers can reach this tile. It's 1, 2, 3, 4 tiles away for me to blow that up. That would mean I would have to go 1, 2, 3, 4. But I can't risk that. So I'm going to try to just yeet my spy into this rocketry project with a 50-50 shot in 1 turn that I pull it off. Now, dedication-wise, we're just going to take Bodyguard of Lies because our spies act really, really quickly. Pillage this, and boom. Right, we pillaged the uranium. We have a destroyer armada. I want to get up here and pillage that too. I do have 2 aircraft. Bit of a saving grace on my part. Where are all of Korea's spaceports again? I gotta remember. There's one here, one here, one here, and one here. So I've got 3 of Korea's 4 spaceports pillaged. Let's start taking on Gonju, because if we can crack Gonju wide open, and then upgrade to jet bombers next turn by taking suzerainty of Nanmadol, I think we're in with a shot. Alright, harvest, delete, this can stay what it is. Any coastal flatland that I can change that has at least 2 appeal before Eiffel Tower, this can change. So why don't you run over there? Do I have enough builders? This can get harvested. This can get harvested. The appeal here is 0 plus 2. It's not enough appeal to get a thingy on that tile, but this tile I can, absolutely. So prepping our coastline. Think that's enough builders on my mainland. Now I can get my aquarium and aquatic center. Get my Ferris wheels online for that extra bit of tourism. Neighborhoods as well. Can I steal a tile to put a neighborhood on? That tile right there is fine. We just want the neighborhoods for shopping malls. That's all we want them for. In fact, I should be double checking that some of these cities don't already have neighborhoods, and it looks like they don't. Let's grab the stadium in here. Do I have enough builders, do you think? Step here, harvest. Step here, harvest. Stadium. Builder into stadium. Stadium could be anywhere from like 2 to 7 or 2 to 5 sites or 2 to 5 tourism. We also need to redo this coastline. All right, first rock band. They will be going for, can't get into the Khmer, can't get into the U. I have to go to Arabia. It's the only place I can get to within a reasonable amount of time. Let's just go for plus movement. We're trying to get there as fast as possible, or to generate as much tourism as possible when we get there. Okay. Right, I guess, are they all going to generate with the same promotions because I forgot to plug in Hallyu? Basically. I mean, the extra movement is nice because if we get there, it turns sooner. Water parks, really? They're all roadies? Really? That was not the outcome I was expecting. But let's get some more rock bands. Let's drop colonial taxes, as much as I like that money. Pop Machiavellian isn't there, plug in Hallyu. If I lose this game, we know it was because of Hallyu. Oh, actually. Any Dark Age policies? Nothing that generates tourism, sadly. Alright, more rock bands. Let's go. Gain sources. Steal tech boost. I'll gain sources for 1 turn because it's a safe mission and only takes 1 turn. Steal tech. Neutralize governor. Alright, we're doing offensive spy missions. This is a tough challenge, I'm not gonna lie. We're on the cusp of winning and losing. This is the kind of thing. So 2 turns until we win. Now that is pod racing. Eiffel Tower finishes in 3. You're going over there to pick up a bomber. 2 missile cruisers are heading straight up. I'm going to use you to carry any airplanes I get by pillaging gold. First modern army, I can start sending you up next. I'd need to get you up into be an army because regular ones just do not cut it right now. Let's also spy on the Zulu in their capital. See if we can steal a couple of their great works. Because the Zulu are actually pretty culturally inclined and they're getting ready to launch the moon landing. So they could jump ahead in terms of tourists pretty quick here. Delete that. Harvest that. Progress is coming along. Come here. Drop the woods. Alright. Things are going. Our tourism has barely moved. It has barely moved, but now we have global warming. Global warming initiative. We can plant more wood. So our tourism, this is the turn our tourism starts to increase, right? That's the nice thing, because we're finally now placing our first seaside resorts. Is this actually a hill? Oh shit. It is a hill. Well, damn it. I think I take suzerainty of Leventa here, and that way I can use colossal heads as well, because they get +2 faith and they turn faith into tourism. So if I can slap down colossal heads in some places off coastline, perfect. Like for example, I could put a colossal head here for +2 faith, but I would rather get the +6 from this. So we're waiting for Eiffel to finish. Eiffel is my trigger to go. Right, you can pick from anything. And I think the real meme in this late game is to go for Space Rock, because it is just the most effective promotion as far as I can tell. I built you before I plugged in Hallyu, which kind of sucks because now I can only do this one. At least my rock bands are really fast, and I might be able to use this as a tourism bomb to insta-win before things go pear-shaped for me. Let's drop a seastead. It doesn't actually count as a reef, so I don't get the culture and tourism. All right, well, that's a wasted act. But it does mean that if you wanted to try this challenge yourself, you would have knowledge that I didn't have when going into it. So I think the big thing would also be to get nuclear submarines here. Civic-wise, I don't care about some of these culture per district, extra projects, or do I just want to get governor titles and diplomatic favor? I'm going to get governor titles and diplomatic favor. Aquatic center, go. I'm actually going to put a neighborhood in this city as well. 2 turns for +2 tourism, which is fine. This city doesn't have a neighborhood as far as I can tell. It got itself a jet bomber. Where can I put the neighborhood? I need a tile. Pop the neighborhood down here. 2 turns until that. You harvest. Seaside resort. Numbers are starting to increase. Harvest. See, we need that appeal to go up. Forest. Harvest. Neighborhood in here. Instantly, without hesitation, get that neighborhood right there. Escape on foot. One of our spies was killed. Not the end of the world. Our spies have mostly done their job so far. You step in here, coastal raid that for gold to keep my economy churning. You come over here, start pillaging that harbor. Destroy our armada. There is a harbor you can start pillaging. You step up, pillage that. Okay, so we're stealing gold from Korea right now. We're slowing them down, and we didn't need to use our nukes for it. I'm telling you, dude, we need 18 more. All right, so here's where we stand. We need 18 more tourists to win. And I think it's possible to do that in the next couple of turns, depending on how RNG goes with these rock bands. All right. The nice thing about the aircraft carrier is when you upgrade units on it, sure enough, they can't act that turn, but the aircraft carrier can still drag them around. Let's just start stealing great works from Korea. Keep stealing techs. Bring our tanks up. We've got another submarine armada coming. This aircraft armada is going to pick up this unit here that will become a jet bomber. You can rebase all the way over to here already. Awesome. So now we've got 3 jet bombers outside of the Korean peninsula ready to start hammering them. Japan is looking a little bit small on this map. All right, how are we doing? Just got our very first entertainment complex final building. We just required smart materials and cybernetics and stole the javelin. Smart materials, cybernetics, perfect. We're at 240 out of 261. I refresh. We're at 247 out of 261. Okay, 4 turns until we win. This is a close game. This is actually a really tense challenge. Pillage, 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 pillage. Position for pillage. Shoot, shoot. Step, pillage. Step, aircraft. You just got to keep an eye out for if they get any repairs on these things. It doesn't look like they're building a project in there. And then we'll start hammering Busan now with jet bombers. Because we do want to conquer something. We want to take her spaceports away from her if we can. If we could take those spaceports, perfect. With this cash, can I afford to buy a jet bomber? I can. Awesome. I'd love to afford another one next turn. What are you building? Get me a spy. No. Too late for that. Tourism time. Tourism time, now time. Boom. Neighborhood. Harvest. What was going here again? Shoot. The neighborhood went there. This may as well be a colossal head for the 3 faith. Ooh, hang on. I thought these used to get a boost from being next to... shipwrecks. Am I crazy? I think I'm crazy. I might be misremembering something. We get Eiffel next turn, which means if we have builders in position, it's go time on seaside resorts over here. Similarly, I have to get rid of this iron mine. 1, 2, 3. So this tile can be a forest. Harvest. 1, 2, forest. Awesome. It's all coming together. You got your stadium? Can you get me a neighborhood on that tile? Now that we have neighborhoods, we start working on shopping malls because they're worth 4 tourism each. It's not a huge amount, but we are almost over the 1,000 tourism mark. Man, this is such a tense... I don't know why I'm so tense doing this. It's like... Oh, right. Ski resorts. Yep. Get a ski resort. I have a ski resort there. There's no mountains in Australia, really, is there? No. Okay, but that every smudge of tourism makes a difference here. I'm actually curious what my tourism goes to next turn. I'm at 958. I'm hoping for a bit more. Can we neutralize some governors? Keep stealing tech. Oh, you have a level up, actually. Neutralize governor, level up. Steal earrings. I'm just trying to steal all of their great works. All of them ever. Low buffalo. Religious snake. All right, we're just gonna bomb. We're just gonna tourism bomb the pyramids as much as possible. I know that sounds crazy, but this is worth 1,000 tourism, I believe, and it has a pretty good chance of succeeding. Step up. All right, we got a slight problem in the form of a giant death robot. However, how much damage can he really do before we win the game is my question. We're 4 turns from winning. Any shipwrecks around, I can test my theory. Like, realistically, this should count. I should get the tourism and culture adjacency. All right, I think we're about to end our turn. Let's keep this screen up, see what happens. Lots of getting shot and kind of jazz like that. Let's see how this number changes. We got the Eiffel Tower, perfect. Our tourism is up to 980. We stole some great works. 247 out of 261. 251 out of 264. Damn it. Damn it, damn it, damn it, damn it. Keep shooting that guy. All right, we'll bomb Ganju some more using our jet bombers because that's the most efficient way. And we're bombing that because we want a foothold. We want a foothold on the Korean Peninsula. Right, we got our tank in position. He can do some damage to the city. Claim a great person. Got a great admiral. Pillaging. Pillaging. Not much else to pillage except for coastal. Can I get one of you guys to go to Gwangju, actually? Keep an eye on these spaceports, man. If they so much as have them up for a turn. Alright, so Eiffel Tower, big changes. Boom. Seaside Resort. Seaside Resort. Seaside Resort. Didn't quite make it. It's okay. Seaside Resort. Where else can we get one? You start doing some here, I reckon. Yep. Seaside Resort. Get across the river. Seaside Resort. Perfect. Our tourism should be well and above. We'll get that stadium now. One turn of stadium for the little bit of extra tourism. The city will need an extra population. It's probably not going to happen. It's okay. Shopping malls. Do you have... You do not have a neighborhood. Maybe I should one turn a neighborhood. I'm going to one turn a neighborhood. You got yourself a neighborhood, shopping mall. Get ready to harvest. Some bad men I do not like. So you can't harvest inside here anymore. That's unfortunate. Well, just have to live with what we're living with here. Colossal heads are going to be another component of my win. 2 randomly chosen free technologies. Well, let's just pop Great Tipper there. Communications, perfect. And nuclear fusion. Awesome. I need to starve Korea of uranium, which is not going to happen. Because as far as I can tell, if I check the global resources tab, she has plenty of uranium to sustain herself for a long ass time. So how much is it for me to purchase myself another jet bomber? I need another 200 gold. Let's talk to Zulu. How much do you want some coal for? I just want 200 gold. I'll trade him a tiny bit of oil and some coal to get myself the 200 gold I need to purchase a jet fighter. Oh, jet bomber. I need another like 10 gold. Damn it. I should have optimized that slightly. Anyone need my pearls? You do. Give me 180 gold for these pearls. Thank you. Jet bomber. Boom. Now, how badly do jet bombers do? Oh, really badly. Maybe I should have got a jet fighter. It's not the end of the world. Still stuff to pillage. There's still work to be done. I'm not really sure why I'm stealing tech. It just feels right to me because maybe there's like a tech up there that will help me out. This isn't like a super optimized run. Just remember that. All right. Rock bands. Onto the pyramids. Boom. Hungry puppies. They died, but they got me 750 tourism. Perfume loyalists. Boom. 750 tourism. What about here? 500 tourism, 50-50 shot. Boom. 1,000 tourism. Good job. That's a few. It's just a few extra. Just a couple of extra guys in the tourism department could be the change we need. All right, a trade route has become available. I need to trade with Spain. Spain is the only guy. I'm not trading with America. I'm not trading with Korea. The only guy I'm at peace with who I'm not trading with. So, show routes for Spain. Boom. Instantly first one. Doesn't matter. Any tiles I can put colossal heads on? Well, maybe over here. All right, boom. Give me a good... Okay. So, we got a nice chunk of tourism from that. We're at 254. I don't want to do any joint wars, sorry. We're at 254 out of 263. Let's have a look. 260 out of 261. All right, baby. We're on the cusp. I think a 199 victory is actually possible in this game if I had have optimized slightly. Now the real problem is if this Zulu moon landing goes off, I actually just giga lose because I'm pretty sure they have enough science right now if they got 3,000 tourism that they could actually stop me from winning the game. So I might have been a bit too slow on that one. God, I'm so tense. Why am I so tense? It's just a game. Rebasing jet bombers into my aircraft carriers. Ganju is dead this turn pretty easily. I'll just do that. We will keep the city. We'll go ahead and grab Victor. Pop him into Ganju. I don't really have a use for other governor titles, except maybe as a way to get era score. Maybe that was how I avoided Dark Age. Well, it's too late for that now. We're coastally raiding a bunch. Up here's some money and science that I could coastally raid. How is Korea doing? Is Korea about to win next turn? I swear to Christ. If I lose this game, on the edge of winning, I'm gonna be devastated. This is my second attempt too. That's the funny thing about it. My first attempt I was kind of just screwing around. I was just testing things out, see what would unfold in the game. This one I had like a tiny bit of prior knowledge. I think it really all hinges on preventing this spaceport from going down early because that just gives me the time I need. I should in theory if that Zulu space project goes over, I think I can win my next attempt. Our tourism has peaked at 1,200. Possible. You're ready. What's this one? 250 to the campus. 500. Right, 1,250 tourism. Please, for the love of Christ, give me the win. Okay? This is it. I'm ending my turn essentially. I'm leaving my things to the fates. Can I piece you out? Not for another 2 turns. All right, let's see how she goes. If Korea wins next turn, I'm gonna be turbo mad, dude. Like giga mad. Oh, we win! Yes!
The worth of a culture
Okay.
is not measured
Awesome.
by its
You know what?
accomplishment,
There was never a doubt.
but in
There was
how
never a
those
doubt we were gonna win
accomplishments
this.
last.
We had it in the bag the whole time. That was a
create.
very, very interesting challenge. Now let me tell you, I won the game. I believe. Let's check these graphs. Like let's just like religions founded. All these graphs. Listen, we can check these graphs whenever we want. All right. Let's go have a look at this. All right. We won on turn 200. I tell you what, this is a challenge. Go get this save file, and if you can beat turn 200 win and send me evidence of it, I'll give you a special role in my Discord server. I love you all very much. Also, don't forget the game is has like an anthology edition out right now. You can get like all of the game stuff for like €50 on sale or something, like $50, every single thing. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.